In the grand theater of military power, some machines transcend their steel and wire frames. They become legends, whispered in corridors of power and feared on the battlefield. They're not merely aircraft. They are the embodiment of a nation's will, the pinnacle of its genius, and the sharpest edge of its sword. From the west, a phantom emerges, a ghost born in secrecy, cloaked in the physics of light and sound. It is designed with one terrifying purpose: to go anywhere, strike any target, and vanish before the world even knows it was there. They call it the Spirit, a weapon so advanced, so impossibly expensive, its very existence defies convention. From the east, a Titan awakens, a Swan of white steel, born of brutal elegance and overwhelming power. It does not need the cloak of darkness. Its shield is its speed, its spear the long reach of its missiles. They call it the White Swan, the largest, heaviest, and fastest strategic bomber ever to take to the skies, a beautiful and terrible symbol of raw, untamed force. The B-2 Spirit versus the Tupolev Tu-160, stealth versus speed, finesse versus brute force. Two aircraft forged in the final, desperate fires of the Cold War, representing two diametrically opposed philosophies of air combat. They were never meant to meet in battle, but their silent duel has shaped global strategy for over 3 decades. To understand these machines is to understand the minds of the superpowers that created them. What are their secrets? What are their true capabilities? And in the unforgiving sky of modern warfare, which philosophy ultimately reigns supreme?
The story of the B-2 and the Tu-160 begins not in a design bureau, but in the tense geopolitical climate of the 1970s. The Cold War was a stalemate, held in a delicate, terrifying balance known as mutually assured destruction, or MAD. The primary delivery systems for nuclear annihilation were the triad: land-based missiles, submarine-launched missiles, and long-range strategic bombers. The Soviet Union had created one of the most dense and sophisticated integrated air defense systems, IADS, the world had ever seen. For the United States, the challenge was clear. How do you get a bomber through that wall of missiles and radar to strike critical targets? The Pentagon needed a paradigm shift. They didn't need something faster. They needed something the enemy couldn't see at all. This led to one of the most secretive and ambitious projects in military history, the Advanced Technology Bomber, or ATB. The American doctrine shifted from overwhelming force to undetectable precision. The B-2 would be a scalpel, capable of surgically removing a target from the heart of enemy territory. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union faced a different problem. Their vast territory was bordered by NATO bases and a ring of American carrier strike groups. Their challenge was not penetrating dense air defenses, but projecting power over vast distances and striking mobile, well-defended naval targets. The Soviet response to the American B-1 program was the Tupolev Tu-160. They saw the American approach and decided to perfect it. For them, speed and standoff capability were paramount. The Tu-160 was not a scalpel, it was a sledgehammer, designed to shatter enemy defenses from a distance. And so, the stage was set. 2 superpowers, 2 problems, 2 radically different solutions. One chose the path of invisibility, the other the path of invincibility through speed. The Ghost and the White Swan were born.
To understand the B-2 is to understand the physics of stealth. It is a masterpiece of low observable design, achieved through a holy trinity of techniques: shaping, materials, and emission control. The first thing you notice is the shape. It's a flying wing design. There are no vertical surfaces, no tail fin, no rudder. Vertical surfaces are like mirrors to radar. By eliminating them, Northrop Grumman created a shape that deflects incoming radar waves away from the source rather than reflecting them back.
But shaping alone is not enough. The B-2 skin is made of advanced carbon graphite composite materials embedded with a top-secret radar-absorbent material, or RAM. RAM works like a sponge for radar waves. Instead of reflecting the energy, it absorbs it and converts it into a tiny, negligible amount of heat. The result is a radar cross-section, or RCS, reportedly the size of a bumblebee. Stealth is not just about radar. The B-2 must also hide from heat-seeking missiles. Its 4 General Electric F-118 engines are buried deep within the wing structure. The engine exhausts are located on the top of the aircraft, shielding them from sensors on the ground. Before being released, the hot exhaust gases are mixed with cool air, dramatically lowering their temperature. All this technology is managed by a crew of just 2. The flying wing design is inherently unstable, impossible to fly manually. A quadruple redundant fly-by-wire flight control system makes constant microscopic adjustments to maintain stable flight. And its purpose? To deliver up to 40,000 pounds of munitions with pinpoint accuracy.
If the B-2 is a whisper, the Tu-160 is a roar. It is the antithesis of stealth. Everything about this aircraft is designed for one thing: performance. The key to its performance is its variable geometry wing, or swing wing. But when the pilot demands speed, the wings sweep back, transforming the aircraft into a streamlined dart. This allows it to achieve speeds in excess of Mach 2, faster than most fighter jets sent to intercept it. Powering this beast are 4 Kuznetsov NK-32 afterburning turbofan engines, the most powerful engines ever fitted to a combat aircraft. The doctrine here is completely different. The Tu-160 isn't meant to sneak past defenses. It's designed to fly high and fast, detect threats from afar, and launch its weapons from a standoff distance. Unlike the B-2's automated cockpit, the Tu-160 is a 4-person machine, and its teeth are sharp. The Tu-160 can carry up to 99,000 pounds of ordnance, more than any other bomber in history. Its primary weapons are long-range cruise missiles like the HK-101. These missiles can be launched from over 2,000 kilometers away.
For years, the B-2 was a theoretical weapon, a silver bullet held in reserve. Its trial by fire came in 1999 during Operation Allied Force over Serbia and Kosovo. The Serbian military possessed a formidable, albeit aging, Soviet-era air defense network. Sending conventional aircraft was risky and resulted in losses, like the F-117 Nighthawk that was famously shot down. The mission profile was unlike anything else. Crews would take off from Missouri, fly 15 hours, refuel multiple times in complete radio silence, and enter hostile airspace without any escort or support. They were completely on their own. Over 49 days, the B-2s flew non-stop 30-hour round trips. They flew less than 1% of the total missions, but they destroyed 33% of the key Serbian targets. The Serbian air defense network never even detected them. This success was repeated in Afghanistan and Iraq. The B-2 became the quintessential day-one weapon used to kick down the door of enemy air defenses, paving the way for the rest of the Air Force.
The Tu-160 story is different. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the fleet was grounded. But under a resurgent Russia, the White Swan was reborn. In the 21st century, the Tu-160 found a new purpose. It became a powerful tool of geopolitics. Russia began sending them on long-range patrols as a message, reminding the world of its strategic reach. Its combat debut came in 2015 over Syria. Flying from bases deep inside Russia, Tu-160s launched new KH-101 cruise missiles. This was a stunning demonstration of the aircraft's standoff capability. It didn't need to go anywhere near Syria's air defenses. It proved that you don't need stealth if your weapon can travel farther than the enemy's radar can see.
So, which aircraft holds the advantage? The B-2's strength is its ability to operate inside the most heavily defended airspace on the planet, to be the key that unlocks the door for everyone else. But the Tu-160's strategy avoids that risk entirely. Why face the dragon in its den when you can strike from a continent away?